Just got this TIG pedal the other day, obviously Miller brand, and show the part number there right quick. And so this is very similar to the way the hand control is of remote foot control 14 pin, and this knockout here is for some of the other options that they had as far as how you plug it into the welder. But it's got about a 20-foot or so 14 pin on it, and then of course just runs to the welder. I got it used, but obviously it's in incredible shape. Whoever had it before me must have tried it once and decided that they wanted to sell it at the local pawn shop, and I paid $120 for it. And just like the hand control that I have, if you buy them new, they are extremely expensive for, like, they're good quality, no doubt about that, but it is kind of crazy what they go for. But obviously this is, pretty big and beefy and chunky, which quite frankly is awesome. I would assume that it can take decades of abuse, and then if you do manage to have a part wear out or whatever, I would imagine you can still get parts for these things, because it doesn't seem like they still make this one anymore. They're all the lower profile ones. Like, do I have, oh yeah, like, so this is the one that came with my Everlast welder, and hopefully that gives you some appreciation for how huge this thing is, but it's really not a problem. But yeah, so this Everlast one I've got set up to run off my other remote adapter that uses the extension cord, and so it's really sweet because for one, it's a lot smaller than this Miller one here, but just uses a regular old extension cord. The only problem with that is that the contact pins are soldered in the adapter, and so you're on scratch start when using this foot pedal that takes the extension cord. This one here, because it runs off the 14 pin, and just like the hand control, it has pins for the contactors, which on the Trailblazer it doesn't actually have like physical contactors in it, because it's a inverter welder. It just simply turns the output on and off. But inside the foot pedal here, there are actually mechanical contactors, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. There's a really quiet click, but the cool thing is that you can actually feel it when you're using the foot pedal. You have to, kind of be paying attention to it, but you can actually feel it. And I forgot if I mentioned it already. Bought it from local pawn shop for $120, which was kick ass, because that's what the Chinese little tiny foot pedals go for. And you can see how thin the material is on this one versus this one here. Like the foot pedal itself, I don't know, it's probably 1/8 inch, maybe a little more than that. Which, this has its own benefits. Great for taking out on the road, just use an extension cord and shit, but I like having this one for in the shop. And so anyways, put that on the floor. And I guess real quick, I just wanted to mention, so my last video there, I was doing some flux core welding on those tub grinder hammers, and I just got done with those. And I got to thinking about it, that of course there's like thousands of different hoods out there, and you can get whatever you want, and a lot of it kind of comes down to just personal preference and what you like and what works good for you. But something to keep in mind is the replacement consumables for it. Personally, I'm a fan of these Jackson Safety Halos. They're super flexible and everything, and I've never once had a problem with these things. They're great. But what's, for me, really cool about it is that it takes regular 4x6, but I guess they're actually 4.5 by 5.25 clear lens, and my helper actually found this brand of clear lens at the local welding supply, which is awesome because it's made in the US, and they don't come with any like plastic film over them, which I find really annoying. You know, some companies you got to peel the fucking film off and everything. This is just in a little paper sleeve and got a clear lens in it. But as you can see here, for what I do, which is you know, mostly stick welding, but also flux core too. If you're, you know, 60-10 overhead or flux core overhead, you can fuck up a clear lens in a matter of a couple hours. So I would get a hood based on, you know, based on what you do. Like, think about the replacement components for it. If you're TIG welding inside of a shop all day and that's all you ever do, and clear lenses for your hood are, you know, $10 and you have to order them a week out or something, it doesn't really matter. But if you're going to be doing more self-shielded processes that tend to have a lot of spatter to them, it's something to think about. Because with this size here, I can get these from the local welding supply. Hell, even, you know, the Napa or whatever, not this brand, but you can get that size at the local Napa, local welding supply, whatever, and they're typically about $1 a piece, if I remember right. But anyways, got a random ass piece of steel to practice on before I start welding on what I'm actually going to be doing. And just figured I'd show that foot pedal right quick. So don't know if you can hear it, but the Trailblazer is running, and I got my foot off the foot pedal at the moment, and you can touch the tungsten to the workpiece and not have it do anything, because of course it turns the output off. And then with having the contactor in the foot pedal, you can do lift start with the Trailblazer. So touch the material, roll into the foot pedal a little bit, make sure we're grounded, touch the material, roll into the foot pedal a little bit, and fucking A. There we go. And then, of course, be able to use it and adjust the amperage just like a normal foot pedal. And then you can also reliably extinguish the arc. And of course I get the camera out and then I look like a buffoon doing this. But it's kind of handy. And you know, of course, there's no reason that that you couldn't use that with stick or whatever else too. But you know, especially if you find one of these things at a decent price, like I got lucky enough to, it's kind of a no-brainer to get one. But yeah, there you go. Of course, like I said, pros and cons to each of the foot pedals, but it is really handy to have one that works off the 14 pin. And then you got lift start off the Trailblazer.